quarter. But for the 1981 Grand Final, 3AW on relay to 5D and 3BA in the Macquarie Network stations in Perth, as we see Fitzpatrick hump the ball away right up toward the half-forward line. The ball's very slippery, and so too is the ground. And umpire Robinson is called upon to blow the whistle and come in and bounce the ball. There'll be plenty of players around the ball at the present time, as we see Carlton leading 5-8-38 to 5-7-37, and taking it out this time is Dacos. Dacos, we'll have to watch to see if he's running freely as it goes over toward Kink. Kink in turn hand pass the ball to Williams. Williams has the ball moving forward. Chancellor Ray Shaw. Shaw almost got one in the back, fell over at the same time. It comes down toward Carlton now to Chancellor Marcoux, did it well. Hooked it out toward Perovic. That was a great tackle. Ray Shaw can line him up. Won't quite make the distance. Up they go. Moore will recover first. Can he pick it up? Free kick against him. And the free kick goes to Carlton. And this time it goes to Howell. So no change in the score after the first minute of play into the third and vital quarter, with Howell kicking out to the defensive side on the outer side of the ground. Carlton 5-8, Collingwood 5-7.
Well, the conditions not dissimilar to the 1979 Grand Final when these two teams met. It's out on the outer side of the ground now. Malin battling hard there, but can't get it under. Malin up with a free kick on the half-back flank on the outer side of the ground. Coming in to take his kick now, and he's got the ball across towards the centre of the ground. High was McClure, knocked away from him. Marcoux came in and knocked it ahead of him. Out there to the half-forward flank for Johnson. Johnson can't control the ball, can't get the act working, and it's gone to the ground with the rain coming down steadily. Carlton get it out to Johnson eventually. A great tackle on him by Cooper. Down to the ground it goes again to be picked up by Atkin. He's kicked it long up towards the centre wing position on the member side of the ground, and Harms comes in to take the mark for Carlton. On centre wing position, member side of the ground. This is a rugged affair, this. And Harms has kicked it long over beyond centre half forward. McClure and Mackay were up there. McCormick spoiled them. Down to the ground to Johnson again. Got a great tackle on him once more. Atkin gets a hand pass out. There's a chance for Collingwood to get out of trouble here. Knocked to the ground to be picked up very quickly by Taylor. Taylor a hand pass across very quickly to Williams. Williams on the half-back flank kicks Collingwood further afield. Up towards the centre wing position, and King marks.
And Rene King's got it now. Almost at centre half forward. He doesn't waste any time. He's playing on quickly. Out in front goes Davis, knocked away from that player, but it's coming toward Irwin. Irwin, can he break the tackle? He's very slow these days. He'd go for a right foot kick, and it's not good. It comes toward Howell. Howell doesn't take the ball on cleanly. Moore's battling hard for Collingwood. Then comes Howell again, following up nicely. Howell takes it away for the Carlton side. The hand pass is not good. It's gone to Tony Shaw of Collingwood. He hand passed in turn toward Taylor. Taylor kicks the ball long. Up there is Shaw. Ball out the back. There's a chance for Rene King. Couldn't quite grab the ball before it went over the behind line. And another behind to Collingwood, and the scores are level. 5-8 apiece on 3W Barron's table scoreboard. 5 goals, 8-38 Carlton, and the same score to Collingwood, with Gould kicking back into play.
Over to the outer side of the ground, up towards his team's half-back line, knocked off the hands of Fitzpatrick. He's hit it down again to Marcoux. Marcoux overruns the ball. He's trying to ferret it out and can't. Picked up very quickly by Williams of Collingwood. Got the ball out quickly to Irwin. Irwin's kicked it back towards the goal front, but Dool has come in to take the mark in defence for Carlton. 5 goals, 8 each on the 3W Barron's table scoreboard, and Dool has kicked down towards centre field. Coming in for the mark there is McClure. Knocked away from him, picked up by Marcoux, roving the pack very well. Marcoux has kicked to the half-forward flank on the outer side of the ground, but there's another mark to Collingwood, and it'll be Williams coming up for the mark. He's taken it under control. Tony Shaw is of Williams. Williams hand passes very quickly back into the centre, across to Lovell. Lovell now in the centre of the ground, gets the boot to the ball very quickly, over towards the half-forward flank on the outer side of the ground, with a push in the back to Perovic, and the big player will take the free kick on the half-back flank, or tending to get in towards the centre half-back spot. It's a desperate struggle in the third quarter, and 3.5 minutes have gone in the quarter as Perovic kicks it long through the centre of the ground, up towards centre half forward, but Picken's too much for McClure, and the Collingwood defender takes yet another mark.
Well, Billy Picken at almost in the centre of the ground will go and try and kick the ball long. It's a torpedo punt, and Perovic sitting nicely to take the mark, and he was too strong then for Craig Stewart of Collingwood, and Perovic setting back took the mark. Now here's Ray Shaw trying to upset Fitzpatrick, and Fitzpatrick says don't be so silly, as Hunter comes in and takes the mark. Mike Guy watching play closely. Tony Shaw standing the mark for Collingwood. Hunter of Carlton kicks the ball long. It's all Collingwood there at the back as Williams. Williams will take it under control. Keeps the ball in play but kicks it high. That's not favouring Collingwood as people come past us in the broadcasting position. Here is Hunter on the boundary line to take this kick. It's off hands. Back toward Billy Picken. He stood his ground that time. Did it well. Picken's trying to get the ball out from underneath a pack of players. Umpire Robinson calls for the bounce. And it's on almost the half-forward flank for Carlton. They're kicking down to the punt road end, and this is on the member stand side of the ground. Ball thrown up to umpire Robinson. After 4.5 minutes of play, Carlton and Collingwood locked together on 5 goals, 8:38. 3AW Barron's table scoreboard.
At the bounce, it's on the half-forward line with Mackay knocking it away. The half-forward line for Carlton it is, and Mackay's knocked it over the line out of bounds. Carlton have been in attack for the major part of the quarter as we creep up to the 5-minute mark into the third term. It's 5 goals, 8 apiece with a boundary umpire getting it back into play. Coming from behind to give it a decent thump away there was Taylor of Collingwood, but the free kick has gone to Atkin, and Atkin takes that free kick on the half-back flank on the member side of the ground. Bring the ball around into play now, and Atkins' kick is long over towards the centre of the ground. Knocking it down was King. King knocks it towards the centre circle. Blaskett put his body in and tapped it out beautifully to Harms. Harms is out of bounce as he goes through the centre, puts it on the greasy surface twice, down the long kick downfield, well shepherded by Wells, and it's a great goal. It's a great goal by Harms. He played intelligent football to bounce once, saw it skid a bit, then touched the ball on the ground, and Wells came across to shepherd Dacos off in great fashion, and Carlton hit the front on 6-8 to Collingwood 5-8.
And that was a big goal. Let's get a comment from Greg Brown, looking at it from the Carlton viewpoint.
Well, Harms has been put onto the half-back flank, minding Kink in this quarter, but he followed the ball through the centre with one bounce, one touch of the ground, and a glorious driving kick, as only Harms can do. He's one of the most penetrating kicks in the business.
OK, the ball back in the centre now. Umpire Mike Guy moves in, not a good bounce. This will favour Collingwood, and it's tapped out and wasn't tapped out well enough. He should have gone for the doctor. However, Aitken will take the free kick. Fitzpatrick riding on the scene a little bit too late. And here we have Fitzpatrick going silly and giving away a 15-metre penalty.
That's a free kick.
And now it goes against Collingwood as Dacos gave away a stupid free kick there, and Fitzpatrick takes it. Well, that's stupid because a 15-metre penalty has been awarded, and Collingwood have been stupid in that. In goes Lovell to try and defend well, and he puts it through. From the kick by Mark McClure through for a point. Now, Tommy Laird was trying to attract my attention. Yes, Tom?
Picken and Mackay were nearly in Hulk, Harry, and they were having a wrestling match. I thought that's what the umpire was going back for, and they're still at it.
OK, Mackay's been transferred to centre-half forward, and we see McClure at full forward. Oh, lovely mark by Harms again. His confidence is up now. This is the confident type player. If you can get him moving and moving well, anything is likely to happen for Carlton. And now we see Harms starting to assert quite a deal of influence on the game. There's his kick, and he can kick a ball a long way too. It's wobbling down toward the forward zone. Nobody can take the mark. A chance for Collingwood. Off hands. Picked up there by the Collingwood defence and interfered with after he got rid of the ball down there, Taylor. And we'll find that the ball will go right down a half-forward flank. And a 15-metre penalty against Bruce Dool. And this could put Collingwood, straight Stewart, within kicking distance. Now, that was a penalty after he got rid of it. First bad mistake by the Carlton forward player, and now Bruce Dool giving away a 15-metre penalty, and Stewart kicks the ball long, but it's not going to quite make the distance. It might be through for a behind. It is, and Collingwood need goals after 7.5 minutes of the third quarter. Carlton 6-9-45 to Collingwood 5-9-39, and Bruce Dool about to kick the ball into play. A quick comment from Mick Irwin.
Collingwood's general field kicking, particularly to their forwards, is letting them down. They're going to have to improve that if they're going to convert.
Dool up to the line, he kicks to the outer side of the ground. Howell had it knocked away from him. Atkin came in, thumped it away, then two to Taylor. Picked up by Williams onto the left foot, kicks it up towards the forward line. Moore had a big grab, but couldn't hold the ball. Down to the ground goes Ray Shaw, and they're ferreting in the pack. And the umpire up to come in and bounce in the forward pocket for Carlton at the scoreboard end, and on the outer side of the ground at 6-9 to 5-9, with Carlton leading on the 3AW Barron's table scoreboard. It's a nip and tuck affair, and neither team can get the break as yet. At the 8-minute mark, the umpire bounces the ball in the forward pocket for Collingwood, knocked away by several players, and eventually it rolls over the line and out of bounds, still in the forward pocket for Collingwood at the scoreboard end. 6-9 to 5-9. The boundary umpire getting it back into play again. The ruckman do battle there. Howell got it down. It was picked up by Williams of Collingwood. He went through the pack and got it to Kink. Kink's quick snap for goal is offline, and the margin is less than a goal now because that was a point, and Collingwood enter double figures in behinds to go on to 5-10-40, trailing Carlton 6-9-45 on the 3AW Barron's table scoreboard. 6-9-45, 5-10-40 is the score, with Carlton leading at this stage.
Give us a comment, please, Tommy Laugh, how you see the game poised.
Well, Carlton are getting into their stride a bit. Harry had the ball down the forward line. Collingwood appear to be very haphazard in their disposal towards the goal front, and this is letting them down. 5-10 could have kicked them out of business. Carlton, when they get it down, seem to be surer.
All right, the ball not being thrown back again by the crowd, and the time on ticking away, and this game's going to finish very late and very dark, I would say, tonight, as we wait for the umpire to go across and get another football. Rex Hunt, we haven't heard from Rex for a while. How do you see things, Rex? Well, Rex hasn't got the microphone, so we'll wait for the ball to go back down there to be kicked in by Bruce Dool. The Bruce Dool of Carlton kicks the ball in. It's a wobbly kick. Up they will go to try and take the mark. In front was Wells, knocked away from that player, and it's gone out of bounds. As we see one of our former Brownlow medalists, 1961, Johnny James, just passing by the broadcasting box, and maybe a bit worried about the way his side's playing. So it's out of bounds, and up went Stewart, got the tap out very nice. The Collingwood cheer squad are coming in, and it's been dropping the ball, that one. Might have been lucky. Seemed as though it was in the back, but Marku will take the free kick for Carlton. As we see the ball kicked right down toward the centre of the ground, they go for the mark. Nobody can pick it up. Pickens there. Pickens being grabbed when not in possession. He plays on the ball, and Mackay's done it nicely. He's trying to pick it up. He can't do so. The ball's gone loose. Here's a chance for Williams. Williams gone for a hand pass to Shaw. Shaw over toward Barham. Barham's done it again. Barham's looked at Dool instead of the ball. He's missed the run of it. Dool picks it up, and Dool sent it to centre half forward. And up goes the Carlton forward in McConville to take the mark. And Barham's done it twice today. When he was trying to break clear, when he hasn't got the ball, and that was very costly indeed. Cooper has a chance for Collingwood. So coming through very nicely was Irwin. Irwin's kicked the ball long, but it's all Carlton down there. Hunter's taken the mark. In fact, there were three other Carlton players, and Hunter takes this mark as well.
Time in 10 minutes into the quarter as Hunter from centre half back has kicked it towards centre half forward. They massed there. Mackay can't do a thing right, but he's knocked this one away. Might have been a free kick to Wells. The umpire thought so, and the former Melbourne player gets up with a free kick at centre half forward for Carlton, kicking down to the punt road end. Their score is 6-9 to 5-10. That's 45 to 40. The rain still with us at the Melbourne Cricket Ground, and Wells has kicked long, but it's going offline over in the region of the behind post. It's knocked away there and going to go through for one behind only. So that takes Carlton on to 6 goals, 10-46, a clear goal lead over Collingwood, 5-10-40, 10.5 minutes into the third quarter of the grand final.
All right, we're waiting for Collingwood full-back of McCormick down there, doing up his boot. He's got the ball now, so we'll wait. We'll stay with him as he kicks the ball back into play. Comes the member stand side. Mackay's over there, so that'll be danger. Again, it was almost a free kick against Barham. Barham's in there now, trying to battle hard for the ball. He's got it. He's going to tap it out to his own teammate. There it goes back. It's a tunnel ball, really, and it'll have to be a bounce eventually. Well, Barham showed plenty of desperation there to throw his body out, gather the ball in and hook it out toward Toomey. Toomey had to do the same thing because the slippery ground caused them both to slip, and the rain is still coming down on the grand final for 1981. As up will go Aitken. Aitken got the tap out, but it went straight to Bruce Dool. Dool's proving a headache for Collingwood as it comes out toward Johnston. Johnston's grabbed, player and calls the umpire. Here, ball up coming here. He attempted to kick the ball, Johnston. The Collingwood players are saying, what about it? But no, he attempted to kick the ball, Johnston, and that was a correct decision by umpire Mike Dye. And he's on the half-forward flank for Carlton, and they're doing most of the attacking. 12.5 minutes already gone. There's not a good bounce as Mackay thrashes it away. This will be danger. Goes out to Wells. Wells puts it on the right foot. It's going close to the big sticks. I think it'll be touched through. It was touched through for a behind. Right on the goal line. And that was very close indeed for Collingwood there, as Wells for Carlton very nearly put it through. So that extra behind puts Carlton now 6-11-47. They're 7 points in front over Collingwood, 5-10-40.
McCormick kicks to the outer side of the ground. It landed at the feet of Craig Davis. He knocked it away. Down to the ground it goes again. And once again, the umpire's forced to bounce the ball. It's not a great game of football, but it's a tough, hard slog, and neither team wilting at all. It's 6-11 to 5-10 with Carlton leading on the 3W Barron's table scoreboard. 12.5 creeping up to 13 minutes into the third quarter, and neither team can get the break. Mackay has knocked it away over in the direction of Wells, who's picked it up. It was going to be a free kick for a tackle too high on a Collingwood player just as Wells was going away with the ball, and that will be Lovell. Lovell with the free kick on the half-back flank, near enough to the half-back flank on the outer side of the ground, and he's kicked it over to the centre wing position. Sitting at the back is Dool, knocked down there by Hunter, and the kick has come back in towards the centre, and it's in from Malin, knocked away by Barham. Barham flips it back, but it's going to favour Fitzpatrick, and he's picked it up in open territory on the member side of the ground, onto the left foot to kick it up to the half-forward line. Toomey punching away up the air, knocked to the ground by Rayburn, and it's gone over the line and out of bounds. So 14 minutes into the third quarter, it's Carlton 6-11, Collingwood 5-10, and still no decisive break break by either team. Spinning back into play per medium of the boundary umpire. Knocked to the ground, a chance for Malin. Malin knocked it away from Barham. It's gone over the line, out of bounds yet again. Coming up towards centre wing position on the members' side of the ground. 14 3/4 minutes into the third term of the 1981 Grand Final. The ball thrown back into play.
Up they go, the ruckman, and no one gets a decisive knock around. This will be a free kick to Williams. Williams grabbed, we're not in possession. The ball kicked away and would give us an opportunity to get another comment. And this time we go to Rex Hunt.
Yes, Collingwood at this stage really pouring the pressure on the Carlton. They can't make a break, and these conditions obviously go to favour Collingwood.
Okay, so here's Williams' kick now. He's kicking right down the centre half forward, trying to find King. He won't take the mark. All Collingwood players up. Bruce Dill down. Bruce didn't take it with him that time. The ball's been knocked out loose. A chance for Ashman to kick off the ground. He missed it badly. The players are over the top. Ball upcoming from the whistle of umpire Robinson. And he gets the ball and bounces on now. Collingwood's half-forward flank on the member stand side of the ground. They're kicking down to the big cricket scoreboard end. That's down the Jollymont end. Fitzpatrick got it. It went out toward Dacos. Dacos picks it up. It's going to be close to out of bounds on the full. It did. And he might have been a bit stiff there, Dacos, because a Carlton player coming at him with his boot up. And it could have been a free kick going his way. It didn't go that way, however. It went out of bounds on the full from the kick by Dacos. English took the free kick for Carlton. It's knocked off the hands of the pack. It goes out now to Dacos from... Oh, that's nice play by Dacos. Dacos out to Taylor. Taylor lining up into an open goal. He's put it through. Good play started down here by Irwin. Irwin to Dacos. Then Dacos handed it over very nicely to Shaw. Shaw got it out to Taylor. Taylor eluded the tackle and put it through for a goal for Collingwood after 16 minutes of play. So Collingwood back in the game again because it was a 7-point difference. It's not been much all day. It's now only 1 point the difference on the 3AW Barron's table scoreboard. Carlton in front by a point. 6-11-47 to 6-10-46.
Centre bounce, and Atkett got it out to Ray Shaw. He overran the ball. It came across towards Ashman. Ashman breaks, kicks short, dropped into Picken. Picken defending well. Has booted the ball down towards the centre half forward spot. Dill in front of Craig David. Knocked down to the ground, and Renee Kink has broken clear. He's chipped a pass across to Tony Shaw. Who marked? That was fine play by Renee Kink. He could have gone on in view of the fact that he kicked 2 magnificent left foot goals last week. He could have been fancied to kick one from there, but he chipped it across to Tony Shaw directly in front of goal, 25 metres out. 6-11 to 6-10 with Carlton leading. Tony Shaw has kicked it. Looks like a goal from here. It is a goal, and Collingwood have hit the front again. 17 minutes into the quarter. Their determination has brought them rewards. They've gone under 7 goals, 10-52, leading Carlton 6-11. 47 on the 3AW Barron's table scoreboard, and Jimmy Buckley warming up on the bench for Carlton.
Ashman coming off for Carlton, Buckley going on. Ashman not the dominant player today, although there's been very few consistently dominant players. He's only had 5 kicks today so far, Ashman. That's the second time he's been off. And the ball coming back, we might have to get a new ball again. This gives Mick Irwin a chance to talk on the behalf of Collingwood.
Yes, well, that kick from Renee Kink was a perfect example of what Collingwood just weren't doing. He used the ball, and if they used the ball more, they're a big chance to win this game.
All right, the ball back in the centre now. This is another new ball. This might be about the 5th we've had for the day. And it goes up well. In will go Aitken and tap it out all right. Comes out to however to Glaskett. Glaskett's tripped up and he'll take a free kick. Yes, it's a free kick from the boot of Williams there again. And Glaskett kicked this very long. They go up and Byrne knocked it down, but it's coming out toward Bazusto. In there is the little fella in Lovell. Lovell's playing a great game again. He hand passed the ball out of trouble toward Cooper. Cooper kicks off the ground. Irwin misses it again. He's missed it all day today, but he's got a chance to recover. He's gone in, he's got tackled over the head, and he's lucky to get it. So Irwin gets the free kick, but he's not playing with any definiteness of purpose, and he's also not able to get at the ball at the first grab. If he could lift his game, it'll make a difference to Collingwood because they've been beaten virtually across that centre wing position. His kick has gone long and will be seen out of bounds as sliding toward the ball was Big Mike Fitzpatrick, and he has tapped it across the boundary line on Collingwood's half-forward flank. Outer side of the ground, they're kicking down to the Jollymont end. Tapped out the back nicely. Goes over toward Ray Shaw. That was from Craig Stewart. Here's a chance for Peter Moore. Peter Moore will get the free kick. He must get the free. Running in to take the mark. And coming the opposite way was Des English for Carlton. And Moore would have taken the mark. Well, I think he would have taken the mark. He's missed a couple of easy ones. He's taken 2 big grabs during the second quarter, early part of the second quarter. But that could have been a chest mark, and he gets it for interference. He's got a chance, but he can't kick the distance. He's not kicking well at all. Up the players go. English has got a chance to kick it out of danger. He does do so. It's coming out toward Collingwood, but it's going to slide. I think Toomey will get to it first before he gets over the boundary line. He has. Barham's called him on, so he kicks long, back toward the goal front. Moore's going up from behind. No one can take the mark. Down the ground first. English has got a chance. Here they're on the ground now. Players are battling hard. He's over the top of it. Oh, he's lucky to get away with it. Ray Shaw said he was lucky to get away with it because English had no attempt to get rid of that ball, and there's going to be a bounce take place about 15 metres away from the Collingwood goal. Up goes Moore, taps it out to Stewart. Stewart too couldn't get his kick in quickly enough. Here's a chance for Ray Shaw. He's kicked it high, going close for the goal. A left foot step and it's through. Ray Shaw's got one. And Collingwood get another one on board. And that's come at the 20-minute mark. That all came from the bounce down where Ray Shaw was going crook. He would have been a bit unlucky not to have got the free. He didn't get it. The ball was bounced down. Moore put it out to Stewart. Stewart couldn't get a decisive kick. It trickled across to Ray Shaw. He put it with the right foot. It went very high, and the goal umpire in a perfect position to see it go over through the goal line. And Collingwood at 8-10-58. They've got an 11-point break on Carlton. 6-11-47.
Carlton looking desperate. Fitzpatrick out of the centre, gathered in by Ray Shaw, and Collingwood are forward again. Up to the centre half-forward spot. Dool knocks it away. Malin gathers it in well. The kick is smothered beautifully by Williams of Collingwood. He follows it up, holding the ball. He took too long, but he's trying to break through. Picked up by Glasgow, but the free kick's got to go back to Hunter. Hunter's on the half-back flank on the outer side of the ground, taking his free kick now, and he kicks it long up to the half-forward line, still travelling around the outer flank. Marcoux at the back. I thought he might have infringed, but he didn't. Malin came in. Collingwood's Cooper tried to get out of trouble, eventually kicked towards the centre wing position, knocked to the ground to be picked up by Glasgow. Glasgow turns and boots back towards the half-forward line. Wells in front, but it was knocked away by Atkins. This will give a chance for Barham. Barham knocked it over towards Dacos, but it's Byrne to come up. Slips over on the slippery surface, but Byrne hand passes to Dacos. Dacos does likewise to get it across there towards Lovell. He is kicked towards the centre wing position. Glasgow missed the mark. It's hit the turf. Players piling on top of it everywhere. And there's a push in the back decision to go to Glasgow. It's midwinter conditions here. Glasgow with a free kick on the outer side of the ground. At centre wing or near enough to it. He's kicked it 50 metres upfield of the half-forward line. Off the hands of the pack. Mackay comes in, but he can't handle the ball cleanly. Follows it up pretty well, though, but he can't pick it up. Eventually does. Well shepherded away there, and Mackay turns to kick it in towards centre half forward. Plunging forward with several players. Kicked off the ground by Toomey. Back in towards the centre of the ground, and Sheldon pouring down on it. They're going to be harassed there. It's Harms. Harms picking it up beautifully. Heading for goal. He's offline this time. Offline for 1 point. But it was an exciting, tough, rugged passage of play, and Carlton are on 6-12-48, but they trail Collingwood 8-10-58, and Collingwood looking the more purposeful team. It's McCormick about to come up to the line and kick the ball back into play, driving to the outer side of the ground, knocked away by Stewart. To Barham was good football, and Collingwood go ahead again, up towards their half-forward line, but Howell's in front of Moore, and Howell takes the mark.
Well, Howell's got too much pace for Peter Moore, carrying the leg injury, as we know. But if Moore can take a big mark, I notice Ashman's back on the field now. Here's the kick by Howell, putting his side back into attack. They fly high, nobody can take it. Collingwood doing better off the packs now. This time Perovic tapped it back to McConville. McConville kick. There wasn't a lucky bounce that time for Carlton. Picked up by Byrne. Byrne in turn, and the Collingwood players are hooking it out the back. But Harms is the danger player. This time going to be picked up by little Hunter. Hunter of Carlton drives long. Into the back goes Cooper. Didn't get the free kick against him. Carlton fighting each other for the ball. Picked up by David Mackay. And it's trapped nicely by McClure. He's been pretty quiet today. Wells has got it. It'll be a ball up coming up here on the half-forward, centre half-forward position for Carlton. And 23 minutes have gone. Down goes the ball for umpire Robinson. Up will go the Collingwood player in Toomey. Patched it out nicely. Got it down toward Picken. Picken in turn out toward Rayburn. And Perovic sitting back is going to take the mark. Perovic plays the ball on. Over to Harms. Harms in turn to the open spaces, and out there on his own is McConville of Carlton. He's chipped it also right down the throat there of Marcoux. And Marcoux on the half-forward flank will take the mark. All right, we have Marcoux, half-forward flank on the outer side of the ground, kicking down the punt road. It's a long kick too. Coming right up toward the teeth of goal. Nobody can take the mark. Mackay thought he could. It's rushed through from behind by the Collingwood defenders. And so they breathe again, the Collingwood supporters. 24 minutes gone in the third quarter of the 1981 Grand Final. Collingwood in front. Collingwood have got 8-10-58 on the scoreboard, and Carlton 6-13-49. 9 points the difference as McCormick kicks the ball back into play.
And he boots it straight down towards the centre of the ground. Perovic a chance here to knock it away from Stewart. He does, but it's picked up by Kink. And Kink hand passes quickly to Tony Shaw. He's kicked to the half-forward line, and Davis in front of Dool takes the mark for Collingwood. Craig Davis at half-forward flank on the member's side of the ground. He's trying to draw Dool, and then he decides to kick it. He kicks it long up towards the centre half-forward spot. More from behind. It's knocked down to the ground. It'll be taken away by Harms now. A great smother by Williams of Collingwood. He's into the open goal, and he's kicked it off the ground. It's a goal, and that's the biggest break of the match. That's a great effort, a great smother on Harms by Williams, the youngster from South Australia, and Collingwood have gone on to 9-10-64, Carlton to 6-13-49.
And Williams' second goal, and there's no shadow of doubt that Williams smothered that ball so brilliantly, and he was about to pick it up as it was bowling along toward the goal. He decided, I must Stanley Matthews this one, kicked it off the ground and threw it, went, and the ball back in the centre. Up will go the Collingwood ruckman in Atkins, got it out all right. It's coming Collingwood's way again. Stewart's trying to battle his way through, took a long time to get rid of it. Marku comes through quite strongly for Carlton. He'll kick the ball long, up there where Cooper's running, and he'll take a mark on the chest. And Cooper saves the day for Collingwood. He's kicking out wide. He's going to try and find a lead out there. Up will go Aitken. Aitken of Collingwood in front. Took the mark. Goes for a hand pass. Finds Ray Shaw. He's tapping the ball on in front of him. Took him a long time to get rid of it. Here's another opportunity for Collingwood to defend well. It's coming toward Toomey. He plays on immediately. Kicks the ball long. It's gone right down toward the full forward zone. Hale's in front again. Knocks it out in front of him. Here's an opportunity for it to go back to Tony Shaw. Tony Shaw's clear. Right foot. Can he kick it? No, he can't. Hunter will take this mark. He's got it. Hunter on the forward pocket, the back pocket area, sees the lead up, coming up from Fitzpatrick. Carlton need to get this ball out of this danger zone, and Fitzpatrick takes the mark. He's going round the wing now on that half-back flank, and it's going to be a Collingwood mark. Yes, and a free kick coming up for Collingwood if they don't get the mark. They've got it either way, and Taylor of Collingwood to take this. Taylor of Collingwood, another South Australian player.
From the centre wing position on that outer side of the ground, he's kicked it up towards the half-forward line. There high and high by was Moore, knocked away and turned by Dacos. Harms coming across, kicked it off the ground. It's on the full, and it's out of bounds on the full, and Dacos has got the free kick in the forward pocket for Collingwood on that outer side, and he's within scoring range, no doubt about that. And I wouldn't put anything beyond this young man, who's kicked over 70 goals for the year, 75 I think it was before this game, and Dacos lining them up from the boundary line some 30 metres out. 6-13 is Carlton, Collingwood 9-10, and Dacos' kick is on the way, but it's offline. The boundary umpire says, I'll have it. It's out of bounds on the full, and the free kick will go to Carlton and be taken by Harms or Marku. Marku's decided he'll have it. The scoreboard, 3W Barron's table scoreboard, 26 minutes into the third quarter, Collingwood are 9-10-64, Carlton trail on 6-13-49.
It's pretty dark down here at the MCG, and we've got a quarter yet to go, and I can assure you it's going to be a very late and dark finish. That 27 or 28 minutes break at half-time. Bad organisation by the VFL. I come in for some criticism there. The ball kicked in off hands of Pack. Goes to Hunter. Pickens up in front to take the Hunter kick on the chest. And Picken of Collingwood is marked. Marked on the centre wing. Another goal to Collingwood before this quarter finishes would be almost... well, it'd be what Tommy Hafey's looking for. But here's a chance now for Perovic to take the mark. He doesn't do so. It goes out toward Barham. Barham with their foot kick from Renee King, and he's put it through. It's another goal to Collingwood. Now, Perovic looked as though he had that mark. Renee King came along and tried to punch it away. He did hit the ball. According to umpire Robinson, Perovic didn't have it long enough. It went out there to Barham, and Barham may have been shifted to the other side of the ground, to the outer flank now, and he's put it through for a goal at the 28-minute mark. And Collingwood at 10-10-70. They've got a 21-point lead over Carlton, 6-13-49.
And it's going to take a lot of catching the way this game's been played. 27 minutes into the third quarter, and Fitzpatrick taps it back to Marku. Carlton can't get in the act. Marku has kicked up towards the half-forward line. It's knocked away from Ashman. Taylor of Collingwood whips a hand pass across to Picken, who gets his kick in the nick of time. Kicks it up towards the centre half-forward spot. Off the hands of Kink, it goes to Marku. Marku looks out there for Glascott and finds him on the centre wing position on the outer side of the ground. He was going to bounce and decided to hand pass to Sheldon. Still on centre wing position. Sheldon gives it a lead up to Johnson, and Johnson's marked. I thought he paid the mark. Play on was the call, and it's found its way out. Knocked away from Cooper. Picked up by Ashman. Ashman fires for goal, and I think he might have put it through. Full points. And by gee, Carlton needed that one badly going into the last quarter. It's just about three-quarter time. 2 minutes, two goals to Ashman, 28 minutes into the term, and Collingwood 10-10-70 lead Carlton, 7-13-55 on the 3W Barron's table scoreboard.
Well, ball on its way back now. How do you think about it, Tommy?
Collingwood, Harry, are right at their top. There's not the slightest doubt about that. But
it's not funny, Tommy.
Fighting back now, there's no doubt about it, with Ashman coming into the game.
Okay, the ball bounced back in the centre, and Fitzpatrick's hooked the ball from that punch. He's punched it right up toward the half-forward line, and a free kick coming up to Sheldon. Round the neck. No,
I'm sorry.
Yes, it is Sheldon. And Sheldon sees a lead. No, he's going to go for a shot at goal. A left foot. No, might have been Hunter. It is Hunter. And Hunter up to where almost Mark McClure almost took the mark, we thought. But the mark has been paid to McCormick. Well, Hunter's number has been blocked, but you never can tell where players are going to land here today. As the ball comes down the ground, Ricky Barham trying to take it away from Malin. Now Malin's got it. Hand passes. There's danger coming up as it goes to Buckley. Buckley's going to score for Carlton. He's put it through for another one. Now that's great play by Carlton. Yeah. Carlton are coming back. Just when Collingwood looked as though they had it under control, they've allowed right in the dying seconds of this quarter 2 quick goals to Carlton. Peter Moore coming up into the ruck. 30 minutes gone, and Collingwood, who had a great lead, have now had it reduced to 9 points. They were 21 points in front. Now it's back to 9 as Carlton on the 3W Barron's table scoreboard go to 8-13-61 to Collingwood 10-10-70, and Carlton, each time they've gone forward, they've got full marks.
Centre bounce, and Fitzpatrick again knocks it out towards Mackay. He knocks it further field. Sheldon pounces on the ball, hand passes out, but it's intercepted in brilliant style by Lovell. Lovell's kicked long down towards the half-forward line, but Perovic's in the way there and takes the mark for Carlton. It's 10-10 to 8-13, 9 points the difference as Perovic kicks. Great third quarter, a grand final quarter that one, and at three-quarter time Collingwood on the 3W Carlton United scoreboard, a 10 goals, 10 behind, 70 points, leading Carlton 8 goals, 13 behind, 61 points.
And I'll give you the goal kickers at this particular stage, and of course young Harms, who was sensational during that quarter. Harms down in the back pocket, taking over from English, who's left the ground with a shoulder injury. At three-quarter time, Carlton have had 158 kicks against Collingwood's 151. The best kick getter, Marcoux, the best kick getter on the ground. He's had 20. Hunter 15, Perovic 12, Dool and Fitzpatrick 11 each. Williams for Collingwood's at 15, Picken 13, Dacos 12, Irwin 10, Taylor and Tony Shaw 10. As umpire Robinson comes in and bounce the ball for the start of the last quarter. Who will win it? Collingwood or Carlton? Carlton got the scoring in. Down goes the ball, up goes the whistle, and it's a Collingwood free because there is too many Carlton players in the square. That's very costly at this stage of proceedings. So Taylor has to hand it up toward Aitken. Aitken of Collingwood will kick the ball long with a new ball that goes right down towards centre half forward. Up in front is Stewart. Stewart of Collingwood hasn't done much today. Was up in front and rounded his chest around that ball and grabbed it, and it was a safe mark. Val Perovic stands the mark. Ought to be a mighty kick if he could kick this distance, Stewart. Fresh from the three-quarter time break, but it's a fair distance out. Stewart having a shot at the big sticks. There's the drop punt. It's going offline. In fact, it'll just sneak in for a point. It has. Just in for one behind, and Collingwood get first taste of blood in that last vital quarter, and that came within 25 seconds, or it's 35 seconds, of the start of that quarter. Here's the kick in by Stewart, by Dool. Dool's kicked long, and Peter Moore, way out there on the half-forward flank, has taken the mark. Now, Peter Moore won't be able to kick a long distance, and he's taking so long in getting his kick that all players have been covered. The ball is kicked long. Davis is trying to take the mark. Poor Collingwood can't do so. In the back against Davis to Dool, and Dool of Carlton will take this free kick when it did slip through for another behind, and it may be valuable that Dool got the free kick.
Well, he's taking his kick from the back pocket on the member's side of the ground and kicking from the punt road end. It's up towards the centre wing position. It's landed in the exact centre wing spot. Picked up by McClure quickly. He pops it onto the left foot. Carlton going to attack, coming around the member's side of the ground. Up towards the forward pocket's a chance here for Lovell. Lovell decides to kick it off the ground. Then he threw it across the line. All the Carlton players are appealing for it. He certainly threw it out of bounds, or scooped it out of bounds. But they've got away with it. Umpire Day ignored the pleas of the Carlton players, and it's out of bounds in the forward pocket for Carlton at the scoreboard end. The ball whipped back into play on the member's side of the ground, knocked away by Atkin, picked up by Sheldon, and he's kicked a goal. That was pretty quick. All started with a push in the back to Dool up there in the back line, and now it's only 4 points of difference, with Collingwood on 10-11-71, Carlton 9-13-67 on the 3AW Barons table scoreboard, and a good goal to Sheldon.
My word, it was a handy one, that, and waiting for the ball to come back from the crowd. As we go across to Gary Bryce, whom we haven't asked much today. Gary, you've been getting your money easily. What's your comments?
Yes, I think Collingwood, if they can get another one, have got this game sewn up. I think that they're running a bit better than Carlton, and it was a good goal by Sheldon, but I think Collingwood have got the game at this stage.
OK, well, Fitzpatrick's the dominant player in the centre. Wait and see what he can do this time. He's up against young Aitken. The ball is bounced. It goes high. Up will go Taylor against Fitzpatrick, and he beat him, actually. It came toward McConville. McConville couldn't get it the first time. They're trying to get it out this time. It goes back to Malin. Malin's run a fair way. Gone for a hand pass toward Hunter. Hunter's after the ball. He's going to pick it up now. There's no smother there, that time by Rene King, as the ball comes down toward Byrne. Byrne hits it in front. It goes back now toward Irwin and Toomey. Toomey's got it. The players bend over the top of the ball, and umpire Robinson will come in and bounce. Centre wing on the member stand side of the ground. Bouncing it in the VFL logo will be umpire Robinson, and down it goes. High into the air, up goes Aitken, and this time Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick's got it again. It went to Mark McClure. He's kicked the ball straight up in the air. He'll try and punch it to his direction. It didn't quite come off. It's come back now in the direction of Barham. Barham's kicked it long. Dacos will take the mark. Toomey runs past. Bazzasto's following him, but Dacos elects to kick it the ball long, trying to find Moore. Moore's going back. Can't take the mark. It's off hands. It'll be all Carlton, though. Be picked up here. The boundary umpire's down on the half-back flank. He slipped over. It won't make any difference, because this time it'll be a mark to Billy Picken, and he copped a beauty. He copped a beauty there from Johnston, who was trying to punch the ball away, but Picken got the mark. He's almost in the centre of the ground, and the difference in the scores is 4 points, with Collingwood in front by 4 solitary points, and up will go Mike Fitzpatrick. It wasn't a good kick by Bill Picken, and Fitzpatrick's lurking around the centre half-back, has taken the mark. Oh, Aitken's missed an easy mark. The ball's come loose, though. Here's a chance for Lovell. Lovell will go for a hand pass out to Toomey. This is on now for the loose man. Hand pass toward Irwin. Irwin hand pass it back to Shaw. Shaw now, that's Tony. Back toward Toomey. Toomey's broken loose. You have to kick pretty soon. He did. He's kicked toward the big sticks. And Moore's touched it, I think. Moore himself touched it. If Moore lets it go, it goes through for a goal. He had to make the attempt. He didn't probably know just how close it was, and he's touched it through, couldn't take the mark, and went through for a behind, and Collingwood are 5 points in front.
Dool kicks it out to a lead by Perovic on the outer side of the ground. He slid forward and couldn't mark it, and the ball's gone over the line and out of bounds, chased by Bazzasto, who's been strangely quiet. It's on the half-forward line for Collingwood on the outer side of the ground, and the boundary umpire whipping it back into play. Perovic did the ruck work, but Stewart beat him for it. Down to the ground it goes, and Barham a chance to pick up for Collingwood, but the ball is slippery, the surface is greasy. Dool grabbed it, might have been holding the ball. That's what most of the crowd thought, and I thought there might have been a chance, but it's over the line and out of bounds. Out of bounds on the half-forward line for Collingwood on that outer side of the ground, and kicking up to the punt road end. The ball coming back into play now. Fitzpatrick doing the ruck work, and he got the knock. It went down very quickly to Malin. It might have been. It was kicked towards the centre out of ground, over towards the centre position. Pickens taking the run of the ball, knocking it further upfield, and Pickens battling valiantly there, but it's knocked out to Johnson. Johnson's kicked into the forward line, and Mackay nearly had the mark, but it's Ashman, and Ashman runs into the open goal, and it's a goal. Carlton have hit the front. Good play by Mackay, shepherding well, and Carlton are in front by 1 point in the grand final, and it's at the 6.5 minute mark. Carlton 10-13-73 lead, Collingwood 10-12-72.
Ashman's third goal, and Greg Brown, Carlton getting value each time they go down.
Yes, they've been far more valuable with the shots for goal. Proves me a good judge. I had him off the field for the rest of the match with injury in the first quarter, and he's now got 3 goals. Great effort from Rod Ashman.
Well, the ball coming back, and certainly Carlton not having as much play as Collingwood, but each time they're going forward, they're getting value for kicks. And that was a very valuable goal, that one, and they're in front by a point after 6 minutes of play. Plenty of time in the grand final, but Carlton kicking to the scoring end. In will come umpire Dive. Down goes the ball. Aitken up against Fitzpatrick, and he's thumped it against Fitzpatrick. Picken couldn't get the kick. Comes out toward McClure, holding the man. McClure gets it. McClure held, we're not in possession. And McClure takes the kick for Carlton. He'll drive it long, right down toward the teeth of goal. They'll fly for the mark, and it's punched away. It comes to ground. Here's an opportunity for Carlton. Marcoux, he's come through, hasn't got the ball yet. The ball is broken loose. Players are over the top of it, and umpire Dye says, give it back to me and I'll bounce it again. Tense situation for Collingwood now. They've got to get the ball away from that danger zone down there. After 7 minutes of play, Carlton are 1 point in front. Ball bouncing their forward pocket area. Up with Mackay, got it, came out. Here's a chance again for Ashman. Left foot step. 1 point. 1 point from Ashman. Looking very dangerous down that forward pocket area. Not sure who's picking him up. I think young Lovell's picking him up. No, Lovell's got...
Cooper.
Cooper's got Ashman, and he's too elusive for Cooper. And Lovell's got Johnston as we wait for McCormick to kick the ball back into play.
And he comes up to the line to boot it straight down the centre of the ground, and McClure in front and is knocked away by several players out there to Bazzasto and to Johnson. Johnson hand passes quickly up to Bazzasto, who's done very little. It's tapped out, and it finds Williams. Taylor's kick to the centre of the ground, but there is McConville. McConville's kick long up towards Mackay, and he's marked it. Oh, play on. Oh, that's rough. It's going over towards the boundary line, picked up by Carlton's Buckley, and it's over the line out of bounds. That was a Mackay mark in my book. In the forward pocket for Carlton, the lead is 2 points by Carlton, 6-7 minutes into the term, and the boundary umpire throwing it back into play. Atkin doing the ruck work, and Mackay comes in to thump it over the line. It's over the line out of bounds again. We'll see that one on replay. Carlton 10-14, Collingwood 10-12, 74-72, and the ball out of bounds in the forward pocket for Carlton. Right near the behind post member side of the ground, picked up there, knocked down very quickly picked up by Tony Shaw, and he handballs towards the safety of the boundary line yet again. It's still in the forward pocket for Carlton on the member side of the ground. At the scoreboard end, the Blues are 10-14, the Magpies 10-12, as the time clock moves up to 9 minutes into the last quarter. 2 goals would win this game, one while the other one would think. It's tight. Mackay knocks it down again into the waiting arms of Marcoux. His kick is smothered, picked up by Byrne. A good smother there, and Tony Shaw should have got rid of the ball and couldn't because of the pressure. Over the line out of bounds yet again in the forward pocket.
And ball about to be thrown in from that position, and it's 2 points the difference now as Mackay does the ruck work, and this time Aitken knocks it out and goes straight to Johnson of Carlton. He boots long, and it's going out of through. No, it's going through for another behind, and they're peppering the goal, Carlton, and they've moved their lead now to 3 points after 9.5 minutes of play in this last quarter. Carlton at 10-15-75 on 3AW Barron's table scoreboard, and Collingwood at 10-12-72. Up goes Bazzasto, didn't take the mark. Out the back was Perovic, and he's going to pay this mark. Well, that's a bit unfortunate there, because Bazzasto really had it, and he's given the mark. Umpire Mike Dye, after missing the one to Mackay, has given this one to Perovic. So Perovic has got the mark for Carlton. He's a long kick, this lad. And there it is, a long torpedo punt right down toward the teeth of goal. Oh, just as well Atkin put his hand up then. Oh, that was going through for a goal. You couldn't believe that could possibly happen because there was no Collingwood player on the goal line then. And luckily, Atkin threw his arm out and just touched it. Here's the kick by McCormick. McCormick up with players. Up in front is Fitzpatrick. And he held it, and he said, I've got it, and he's gone for a short pass. This could be dangerous. As we see the ball come away from Marcoux toward Jimmy Buckley. Buckley's coming toward the boundary line. He's kicked it out of bounds on the full. And the free kick will go to Collingwood. Well, now it's 4 points the difference. Carlton at 10-16 to Collingwood 10-12. And we've been playing 10.5 minutes into the final quarter of the 1981 Grand Final. Anybody's game still, but Carlton doing all the attacking.
McCormick now kicking it out of trouble, out of the back pocket area, up towards the half-back line. Fitzpatrick thumped it away. Lovell a chance to gather, and he took too long to get rid of the ball, but Ray Shaw comes in to assist, and he picks up, kicks it into the centre of the ground, and McConville will take the mark, and he spurts away through the centre half forward, put the ball on the ground. He hand fast anywhere, but it's open territory. Marcoux's got the run of the ball. He's on his own, lining them up from the forward pocket. He's kicked a goal. It's a goal to Carlton, I think. 1 point. 1 point, and they're peppering and hammering away, and they've opened the lead up to 5 points, and might have been 2 goals, but it's still only points on the scoreboard. Carlton 10-17-77, Collingwood 10-12-72 on the 3AW Barons table scoreboard. McCormick about to kick the ball back into play, hesitates, then comes up to the line. He kicked it long. The crowd in a frenzy now, and he's kicked it to the outer side of the ground. It's punched further afield. It gives Collingwood a run at the ball. It's Craig Davis, hotly pursued by Dool, and Dool harasses him, but Davis knocks it ahead. Hill's come out of the battle, knocked the ball away from Dool. Down to the ground it goes, and they're going in right, left and centre, and the umpire wisely bounces the ball on the half-forward flank on the outer side of the ground. It's 10-17 to 10-12 with Carlton leading, and umpire Day about to put the ball down. He does in the gloom over there on the outer side of the ground, knocked away by Fitzpatrick, bringing it back as Maylan. Maylan's kicked up towards the half-forward line, and taking the mark there was McClure. McClure hand pass to Sheldon. Sheldon up towards Marcoux, and Byrne taps it over the line out of bounds. Over the line and out of bounds, and it's 12.5 minutes into the quarter, and Carlton 10-17 lead Collingwood 10-12.
Well, the boundary umpire almost picking up with the play. Mick, I want a comment from you, Mick, please. Or Mick at the back.
Yes, Collingwood are in a bit of trouble here, Harry. Carlton attacking well.
All right, the ball again off by Mackay, but it's a chance for McClure. McClure marks it. Good effort there. Again, that came from Ashman. And Ashman's having a go at his Collingwood opponent over there. That was Williams. Williams and Ashman both having a go at each other. And McClure, in the meantime, marking about 30 metres out and directly in front. I wouldn't think he'd miss. On its way, goal umpire says he has it. It's through for a goal. Carlton in front. In front decisively now. They're in front by just on 11 points. 11-17-83. 11-17-83. Carlton on 3AW. Barron table scoreboard, and Collingwood at 10-12-72. And we've been playing 13 minutes. Are Collingwood to see this grand final yet again slip away from them? I'm sure they are. As it the way it's going at the moment, as we get the attendance today, and the attendance is 115,964 people. The ball bounced again, and Carlton in front.
And Fitzpatrick with Moore in the ruck, and Moore limping badly. It's gone down to the ground. Players trying to get it out. Interception by Bazasto. He's crawling after the ball. Right there, but it's knocked to the ground, and the umpire's going to bounce it all over again. 11-17 to 10-12 the scores. Something similar to that 1979 grand final when Collingwood were defeated by 5 points. The difference now is 11. The umpire puts it down at skew whiff bounce type of thing, but Fitzpatrick knocked it away to be gathered in by Toomey. Toomey's kicked into the half-forward line. Dool coming across there, has got it under control. This magnificent defender has kicked to the outer side of the ground, and McClure and Bazasto mess it up, but McClure recovers to pick it up, and long hand pass will find Maylan. Will it? No, good football by Collingwood. Knock it along the ground over towards Rayshaw, but he can't control it. It's up towards Taylor. He's picked it up to kick it with depth down towards the half-forward line. Bounced off the chest of Dool. Arms missed the run of the ball. Hunter goes to the ground. Hunter comes up with the ball. He kicks it back towards the centre wing in the gathering gloom. Up towards the centre wing spot, and knocked away as the pips of 5 o'clock go through, and the free kick is going to go to Rayshaw. It's 5 o'clock at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. 15 minutes into the last quarter of the grand final, and Shaw has kicked it long up towards centre half forward. Several players battling for the honours there. Down to the ground it goes, and a desperate Dool has kicked it out of the pack. There's a chance here with Sheldon. Sheldon coming upfield has got it under control at centre wing, and Carlton are away. He's passed it to McClure. Marcoux to Wells, and Carlton are loose. Wells, bad kick by Wells up towards the full forward spot, and the ball was squandered there. Play on us a call. It's Cooper with the mark, and Cooper hand passes to Picken. Picken's down in the full back area and kicks into the centre of the ground of Moore.
And Moore of Collingwood, the captain, will kick the ball and kick it long, but it's all Perovic and Carlton. He stands firm at centre half back and takes the mark. Perovic's got it, and 16 minutes have gone, and Carlton are in control. Carlton through Perovic, kick it out wide toward Fitzpatrick. He's taken another mark. He's played a rattling captain's game today. He's been best of field as the ball moves itself out to Glaskett. Glaskett with a left foot kick for Carlton. McCormick's up in front, got a push in the back, and no one can take the mark. It's off hands, picked up by Johnston. Johnston's kicked it toward the boundary line. It's going to bounce out of bounds, I think. No, it's not out yet. It is now. And Carlton are in front by a total of 11 points. 11-17-83. The Collingwood 10-12-72 on 3AW Barron's table scoreboard. 16 minutes gone now. Moore got the tap out. It came to ground. Opportunity there for Irwin. Cannot do anything right for Collingwood. falls over the top of the ball, and instead of the ball going away decisively, players over the top of it, Mazzusto and Irwin, and umpire Robinson bounces about 20 metres, 35 metres out from the Collingwood goal. Up will go Moore taps out, but it comes towards Sheldon. Sheldon punches the ball clear. Picked up now by Johnson. Hand pass in back to Glaskett. Glaskett's running close to the boundary line, keeps it in play nicely. McClure's up in front. It's knocked away from him. Here's a chance for Taylor. Out of bounds on the full by Taylor. Out of bounds on the full by Taylor. And we'll see a Carlton free kick. This Carlton free kick will go to Marcoux, I think. Yes, Mazzusto wanted it, but Marcoux is the player to get it. And Collingwood now need a miracle. Marcoux is going to have a shot at goal. He's a pretty accurate kick. He's on the boundary line, don't forget. And there's the banana kick, and it's gone out of bounds in the full. And we'll find that Collingwood will take the free kick right down that last line of defence, and Pickham will take this one. 17 minutes gone. Carlton in front by 11 points. 1981 grand final. Carlton 11, 17, 83, and Collingwood 10, 12, 72.
And Pickham kicks from the back pocket, taking the ball around the outer side of the ground as Carlton players in abundance there. It's knocked to the ground, picked up by Ray Shaw. A hand pass out is a bad one. Was looked for Moore, knocked to the ground again. Carlton pounce on the ball through Johnson. A hand pass out is intercepted by Cooper. Cooper kicks to centre wing. Malin's got it. Hand passes quickly out to Johnson. Johnson on the half-forward flank. It dummies beautifully. Hand passes to Buckley. Buckley's in trouble. Tackle might have been too high, but play on was a pretty good call, I think. Down towards the boundary line it goes, and it's over the line out of bounds in the forward pocket for Carlton on the outer side of the ground, kicking to the scoreboard end. It's 11-17 to 10-12. The clock has gone 18.5 minutes into the term. Knocked away by Mackay down to Marcoux. Marcoux looking for the free kick, but it went to Toomey. Toomey a hand pass out to Peter Moore. Might have been I thought it might have been a free kick, but play on was the call. It's going to Carlton, and it's going to go to Mazzusto. Mazzusto over the forward pocket on the outer side of the ground. He's a fair way out. He may just about reach the goal square. I couldn't see him kicking it from here, but you never know. He hasn't done a lot for the day, and here comes his kick, and it's going to come out in front of the goals at the scoreboard end. They're battling and wrestling there. It's knocked away straight back to Wells. Wells missed it. He'll break away. Play on holding the ball was a call against Wells. And Wells missed a golden opportunity to wrap the game up. The free kick is going to Collingwood in the back pocket.
And Taylor will take this. Taylor doesn't really know what to do. His hand passed the ball now out to McCormick. He keeps it in play. Will he keep it in play off the boot, almost off the boot of Barham, out of bounds? It is. Yeah. Off the boot of Barham, out of bounds on the full, and he was very unfortunate there. So Malin gets the free. Malin on the outer side and a half-forward flank for Carlton. And Collingwood, as I said, they've got to lift their play if they want to get back into this 1981 grand final. Up it comes, and Pickens setting himself at the mark. Couldn't quite take it, and the ball's out of bounds. Out of bounds in Carlton's very close to their goal area in their forward pocket. Only about 20 metres, less than 20 metres away from the goal. It's 15 metres away from the goal. Mackay is up there. Mackay puts it down. Goes straight to Marcoux. Marcoux fires at goal. 1 point only, but it's another valuable one after 19 minutes of play. And Carlton now are 2 goals in front. 11-18, 84 to Collingwood 10-12, 72. And Collingwood looked as though they were in a very strong position. 28 minutes into the third quarter. They were 21 points in front. 2 goals in the 29 and the 30-minute mark into that third quarter by Carlton through Ashman and Buckley. And they've got 3 goals during this quarter, and they're well and truly in front.
McCormick kicks it back into play, and he's going straight up the centre of the ground. Perovic magnificent up there in defence, knocks it away down towards Buckley, spinning out. That might have been holding the ball. Play on as a call, picked up by Stewart. A hand pass to Tony Shaw. Tony Shaw is kicked up towards the half-forward line, but Dool came in there. I thought he marked it, picked up by Harms. Harms gets it across very quickly and kicks it downfield to Marcoux. Marcoux played a great game, and he's taken the mark on the half-forward flank. Mackay's leading up, and he's giving it to the lead, and Mackay's marked it in front of McCormick. McCormick's 3 metres over the mark, and Mackay's out on the half-forward line on the member's side of the ground and kicking to the scoreboard end. If Carlton get a goal from this attack, you can ring the curtain down. It's Mackay kicking it long. It's a beautiful kick. It's a goal. It's a goal. What a magnificent goal to Mackay. Ho-ho. What about it? That's wrapped it up, really. The police are walking round the ground, which is an ominous sign. 2 goals to Mackay, and the goal of the match, rivaling Harms. 12-18 Carlton, 90 points Collingwood, 10-12, 72.
All right, ball coming back towards the centre of the ground. We'll go to Greg Brown.
4 goals this quarter, Collingwood 0 this quarter. That tells the story of the fresher team after a week's break, I'm sure.
Okay, the ball bounced from centre. Moore's in there, up against This time Fitzpatrick. Moore got the tap out. He's hit it out wide. But Carlton are finishing the stronger. The ball comes down now toward little Dacos. Dacos has gone for a hand pass. He's tried to find the big Stewart. Stewart can't possibly pick up enough speed. And the Carlton defenders look as though they're going to get away with it again. The ball's down on the ground. They're trying to battle it out. Collingwood looking for a free kick. They can't get it. Holding on to the Carlton Guernsey. And umpire Robinson comes in and bounces the ball. Half-forward flank now for Collingwood. They're desperate to get a goal. They've got to get a goal if they're going to stay in touch. And the ball goes down. 3 goals the difference now. As up goes to Davis. I think it might have been young Aitken. It was Aitken. Aitken of Collingwood. He's hooked it out, but he's hooked it straight out of bounds. That's not good enough. Collingwood have to have running players. Their legs are gone, the Collingwood players. Up will go this time the champion and best player of field in Fitzpatrick. He's tapped it down. It's picked up by Buckley. Buckley of Carlton, a left foot kick going down toward McClure. Nobody can take the mark. All up. Toomey up the back first to try and recover. But unfortunately for him, the ball's gone out of bounds. Very dark down here at the MCG. Time 5:06. We've been playing 23 minutes. Carlton 12-18, 90. 18 points in front. That's 3 straight kicks. Collingwood at 10-12-72, 3RW Barron's table scoreboard.
Throw in and Fitzpatrick won it down there, but Collingwood get it away through Dacos up towards the half-forward line. They're flying for the mark. It's knocked down. It's picked up by Carlton's hand. He broke away, and Carlton get away through Wells. He's kicked up to the half-forward line, centre half-forward. Burns sits back, misses the easiest of marks, gets up, he's tackled. Play on as the call. It's going to be a chance for Bosusto, running into the open goal. Hotly pressed, and he snapped for goal. It's 1 point only, but that's 19 points lead. That's 4 goals. Collingwood have got to kick or have kicked 3 goals too, and I don't think they can do it now. 23 minutes into the term, it's Carlton 12-19-91, Collingwood 10 goals, 12-72 on the 3RW Barron's table scoreboard, and it's just about sewn up.
What do you think now, Mick? You've be gone now. Yes, coming back to Mick Irwin. You're gone now, Mick.
I think Collingwood are in all sorts of trouble now, and the epitome of it was Ray Byrne dropping an easy chest mark. Just shows where this game's at. I think Carlton might have wrapped up the 1981 Grand Final.
Kicked in by McCormick, down to where Peter Moore will go up for the mark. Can't take it back there at the back, and they've got plenty of run in them now, Carlton. They've kicked the ball long. A lucky bounce here would be valuable for them. It went the wrong way, and it's bounced out of bounds to be thrown in right beside the behind post for Carlton. 24 minutes gone now. 116,000 people here for this grand final for 1981. All but 6. And we're waiting for the ball to be thrown in by the boundary umpire. Up they go. And the ball knocked out again by Carlton, but a free kick coming up to Collingwood to Peter Moore. Moore's gone. He hand passed the ball over to Dacos. The running players of Collingwood have lost the run in the legs. The ball kicked down, and it's been marked by Barham. Barham's been very quiet today. Hasn't been able to get his running game going. And he's kicked long, trying to find Tony Shaw, but the ball goes out of bounds in the centre wing position on the outer side of the ground. Boundary umpire stretching out now to pick it up. And Bruce McClellan, the boundary umpire, will throw the ball back into play. Up there again, no doubt, will be Fitzpatrick. He's there, and he's been there all day. He's up against Stewart this time. Stewart and got the tap. Stewart got the tap, but it came down toward Hunter. Hunter with a left foot kick. Moore trying to get in the play. Slips over. Nothing goes right for the Collingwood captain, as his opposition number, the Carlton captain, is absolutely dominating proceedings, and the ball slips over the boundary line to be thrown in. After 25 minutes of play, 19 points in front, Carlton, 12-19-91 to 10-12-72.
And it's thrown back into play, and Moore doing his utmost, but kicked off the ground there by Toomey, across towards the centre wing position. Buckley taps it out towards Wells. Wells at centre wing on the outer side of the ground, has tackled too high. The free kick is going. No, there's no free kick. It's going to be a throw-in between centre wing and the half-forward flank for Carlton as they attack up to the scoreboard end. They've just about got it wrapped up. They have got it wrapped up. 9 minutes past 5 is late. And so you finish the game in the gloom. It's knocked out. It's picked up very quickly there by Bosusto to get it up towards Ashman. And Ashman's got the ball over the line and out of bounds in the forward pocket on the outer side of the ground. Carlton 12-19-91. 19 points ahead of Collingwood. 10-12-72 in the 1981 Grand Final. And the clock's moved into the time-on period. The crowd sensing the Carlton victory. The Carlton supporters are yelling. It's knocked away. Down to the ground. It picked up very quickly there by Taylor of Collingwood, and his kick is marked by Stewart of Collingwood. At centre wing position, the last desperate dying thrust by the Magpies. Dual up high over the heads of several players. The players are leg weary and going to be taken away by McConville. His hand passed out there in the direction of Harms, pushing it towards the line, and eventually it's over the line and out of bounds on Collingwood's half-forward line on the outer side of the ground. 12-19 to 10-12 on the 3RW Barron's table scoreboard. 26 6 minutes into the last quarter of the 1981 Grand Final, and it looks like Carlton's premiership for sure. Fitzpatrick knocking it away, and in doing so he got a free kick, and that will be wrap it up completely with Carlton in possession on their back line. Fitzpatrick coming up to the half-back flank, kicks to the outer side of the ground. 2 Carlton players whacks it there, but it's taken by Glascott, the kid playing his first Grand Final, up towards the half-forward line where Peter Moore knocked it away. Coming across there is McClure, has it under control and passes into the centre of the ground to be taken by Buckley. Buckley kicks Carlton into attack up towards the full forward spot. It's knocked to the ground. Mackay picks it up, knocked away from him. McCormick trying to take it away, and the umpire says he'll bounce the ball.
He's going to bounce this ball right in front of the Carlton goal, about 30 metres out. And the game virtually wrapped up for the 1981 Grand Final. Carlton have got it under control. 27 minutes gone. This won't be a very long quarter, I wouldn't think. Not like the 30-minute odd quarter. As a trip there to Irwin, as he was breaking clear. And Irwin will go back and take the free kick for Collingwood. 27 minutes gone, and Carlton 19 points in front. 12-19, 91 to 10-12, 72. Over there, takes the easiest of marks. Carlton's Malin, who's been far too strong for Ricky Barham today. Malin going back to take his time and finds Bazzasto. Bazzasto takes the mark. He'll be in no hurry to take it, and he gets up and picks the ball up. He's on the centre wing position on the outer side of the ground, and they're playing keepings off. It goes over to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick with a left foot kick. Coming around that half-forward flank, kicks high. Moore should take the mark. He's missed it.